Welcome back to Riches. It's fun times. We've got Goose Island, Bourbon County's brand Northwoods Stout. Yes, not only is that a mouthful, but this is Mary's first variant of Bourbon County brand Stout, and the first time we have one on the channel. The Northwoods Stout is a stout aged in bourbon barrels with blueberry juice and almond extract added.
That sounds really good.
The nosing notes are aromas of rich dark chocolate, fresh blueberry, and nutty marzipan.
What's marzipan?
Have you ever had those little rose Mexican candies? That's marzipan.
Wait, I thought it was bread.
No, it's like a sweet almond flour based candy type thing with a lot of sugar in it. Once again, this has a little tag that says develops in the bottle up to 5 years, so like max 5 years aging is what they're saying. This is 6 years old now. I don't know how much blueberry will be left because fruits tend to fade over time. But I'm really hoping that there's some left in here. The fact that it's old is kind of the reason I pulled it out in the cellar and was like, that's time to do it. Time to drink it. Mary just tried the regular 2018 version of the brand Stout, so I'm interested to see what you think of this one.
So technically, if what I'm hearing from you is true, from my experience with Bottle Logic, is you can have a beer with, let's say, blueberries, marshmallows, and chocolate 1 year.
Pays the Cape Complex.
Call it Pays the Cave Complex, and then the next year brew it again, still call it Pays the Cave Complex, but omit the blueberries. And still call it the same thing and still call it the same beer.
No, it's different.
We had this conversation. What I'm saying is, yes, base stouts they're base stouts. Like, you can't really change it that much. But different brewers, maybe, different times of the year, I don't know, different ingredients. Maybe this tastes totally different from 2018 base stout. You know what I mean?
Well, you mean the base
stout?
The
base stout of this.
The base stout for this would have been the 2017 base.
Right. That's what I'm saying, because
they are, having had multiple versions of the base stout, they're generally the same.
Okay.
Just the different years, you're going to have more or less heat depending on how long you let it age in the bottle.
Okay.
Unless you had, like, I would say the difference would be before AB InBev bought them, like back in the OG days of like 2005, 2006 maybe. But generally, all the bases have been very similar for me. The thing about the variants is not only are they usually kind of limited, I think they only brew them once.
Sometimes, so they'll never make this again?
That, or you'll never know when they're gonna bring it back. Like, it's not guaranteed. Like, the year after this, there was not a blueberry, and I don't think there's been a blueberry since.
That's kind of cool though. I like the mystery.
Yeah, it's always interesting because they do like a beforehand preview. Where like, here's the variants they're bringing out this year, and it's like they list them all, and you're like, oh, we'll get the hype up for Black Friday. Yeah. They release that in like August, probably when they bottle them usually.
That's cool.
But yeah, interested to see what you think of this one. Any other thoughts?
I love blueberries. Thank you.
Well, that's enough talking. Let's get to drinking.
Let's drink some beer. What do you say your favorite jam was? Grape or strawberry?
Ooh, that's a tough one, honestly. Nowadays.
I like grape the best. Always. Forever. Thank you.
Grape is really good.
Jelly. Jelly, not jam.
Jelly, jam, and preserves are all different.
Yes. I like grape jelly. I don't think I've ever had jam. But you're not going to say blueberry jelly,
A little bit of fizzle on that one. Okay.
Is there such thing as blueberry jelly?
You can make it into jelly, I'm sure.
Oh, wow. This smells so good. So much vanilla in here.
You know what I'm getting is the almond. It's that, like, almond extract that I'm smelling.
I'm getting a lot of vanilla and a lot of almond also. Maybe it is just almond, not vanilla.
I think, well, because I get almond extract and vanilla extract, not confused, but when they're used together in recipes, they can make this smell.
Mm-hmm. This is really...
But knowing that they put almond extract in here, I'm getting the almond extract, and that's kind of it, to be honest.
Almond extract smells so good.
So good, but don't drink it.
Don't drink it.
I tried.
Yeah. That's what I put in macaroons?
Oh, she's going back in for another sip. I think I do need to as well.
There's blueberry in here. It's bordering for me. Okay, so whenever there's a fruit, especially in a stout, not really with an ale or a sour or anything like that. Sour or ale. I am always so scared of it tasting medicinal. Especially like blueberries and cherries, because I remember those were my medicines.
Yeah.
Strawberry too. This is like borderline, but I think it's because this is a stout and there's so much alcohol in here. Because when I was a kid, we always had cough syrup with alcohol in it. Mm-hmm. So like maybe that's what I'm thinking of, but there is a lot of blueberry in here. I'm tasting the vanilla, the almond extract. Not so much chocolate, but is this better than Big Blue Stacks?
No.
No.
But we're also not having it fresh. And I would say the blueberry in this, I had a bottle of this in 2020, end of 2019, early 2020. There was so much more blueberry in it. And the blueberry has died a lot since then.
I get blueberry. I get
some, but it's having had it before, I have to find it a lot more.
I really, really like the blueberry and the almond extract together. It's a good combination. It's a really good combination. I really like this. I don't know what I gave Big Blue Stacks, but I think I'd give this a 4.75.
I'm going to agree with you, 4.75. To me, this just takes their base stout and elevates it. And that's all adding the adjunct should do, is just elevate your base stout. Mm-hmm. Let it be the base that it's meant to be, and let the adjunct shine in there.
I'm going to say, though, this is hard to... I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I really like tasting the base stout and things. I can taste Horace's base stout. I can taste Bottle Logic's base stout. He just looked at the ABV. He just saw the ABV. I missed that one right there. But it's really hard to taste this base stout for me, because the base stout for them is just not boring. It's just kind of toned down. Like, it just tastes like a stout, like any stout.
Yeah. I mean, it's what's going to give you the chocolate and the toffee notes in here. Because they don't add chocolate, and they're not adding anything else other than the blueberry and the almond in this one. But yeah, ABV-wise, I mean, this is lower than I thought it would be, especially because the 2018 base was like 15%. Mm-hmm. This is 12.6%, and it doesn't taste like it whatsoever.
No.
And now that we know that, I can look at the back here. This was bottled on August 10th, 2017, so definitely old at this point, but still tasting very good.
Yeah, I really like it. I really, really, really like this, and I'm upset that they're never going to make it again.
You never know. I mean, maybe this year they reveal, like, hey, we're going to do a blueberry one. Maybe it's not going to be almond extract. Maybe it's going to be vanilla extract this time. When they're going to call it something else. But yeah, generally, the variants, it seems like, come out once.
How do they do that, though? Like, how long have they been doing this, and how do they think of other things? That's my question all the time, like, especially like with movies and like music. How do you make a new song not like sound like anything else?
Well, it's actually been a problem, because a lot of things have been done to the point where it's like everything's been done.
Yeah, like, how do you, like, okay, if I want to put blueberry in a beer, what else can I put in there? Okay, maybe I'll put chocolate in there. It's been done to death. And if I want to put almond extract in there, we already did that, and we don't do that twice. So,
well, I didn't say that they have that attitude. I just noticed that they don't tend to do the same name twice. Like, they're not gonna. I haven't seen them be like, "Oh, we're bringing back Northwoods Stout."
And what's up with that name? Where is that from? Do you think that's where?
Probably somewhere in Chicago, because
maybe that's where they got the blueberries.
The stouts brewed and bottled in Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's where they got the blueberries or the almonds. I don't know.
You think they milk their own almonds to get the almond extract? Oh, sorry, that's almond milk. Almond extract is when you milk and almond, and then you put alcohol in the almond milk.
The last thing I want to say about this is the variants, unlike the base stout, are much more expensive. They can range you anywhere between $24 to $80, depending on the variant.
$80?
There are some special ones that we have in the cellar that are aged in expensive bottles or barrels of bourbon, and they're expensive.
So many questions right now. Well, this
one like this will run you probably $25.
This first one's not a question. That makes total sense to me. I mean, if you're adding more things to it, your production costs are getting higher and blah blah blah. Do you know what type of bourbon barrels they use, and is it the same every single time?
I don't know. I don't know if they say on Untappd what kind of bourbon barrels they use. I know sometimes breweries will put more information on there, but it doesn't say on here what they use. But it leads me to believe it's something pretty good, you know, maybe like a Buffalo Trace or a Four Roses, something that's a good whiskey, but not overly expensive.
Okay. Second question. Did you really pay $80 for a bottle? You're wild. Let's drink next.
Well, that's going to do it for today's beer review. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Let us know down in the comments below. What variants of Bourbon County brand stout have you had? Which one's your favorite? And until next time we meet, we're the Bourboners, trying every beer around the world. One sip at a time.